Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. What I'm doing here is timing the show itself, so sorry it was a little bit late coming in on both there, DXTL TV from the Touchlands and also Spotify. Welcome to the show. Hope you've had a great day today. Hope whenever you went out there on the field of play, your game was fantastic, whether it was cup or whether it was league. Let's just hope the kids were all smiling at the end of it. And I know it's disappointing when you lose a game, but if you look at those kids, and especially when I see them when they go on into a cafe regardless, the disappointment is left on the pitch. They come back out into that cafe, you get them a hot dog, you get them a little drink, and honestly, they're all talking, they're all smiling, they're all laughing. It's the parents who carry this on. It's the parents who have grudges. And then I've heard it, even parents have come to me and gone, referee was terrible, Mal, referee was terrible. Honestly, give them everything. We didn't get a thing. It's the same old story, you know. And they've probably gone home then after a while and gone, do you know what? It's only kids football. Why did I go up to Mal there and start moaning about the referee on the game? Why did I start accusing the referee? Because at the end of the day, the referees are impartial. Look at them. Many of them are kids with the yellow armbands. Remember what that's a deterrent. That's under 18. In case you didn't know why they wear those yellow armbands, they're still at school. So we need you to make sure you remember that whenever you go out onto the field of play to support your children. Well, you won't be on the field of play unless they're on grass pitches, because they're totally different, the grass pitches, aren't they? And are we going to get rid of all these grass pitches in the future? Do the FA want them away? Well, that remains to be seen. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, you know, it was all 3G. And then the kids just go out and when they made it into the professional game, they've made it into grass. That's what it's all about. Rewarded, play on grass, real football. That's me, old school, love the mud, love the rainy weather, love the slide tackles. Oh, you can't beat it, but it's disappearing. Is football a man's game anymore? Is it? Your thoughts, DXTL.com. Anyway, yeah, regardless of that, let's just hope you show loads of respect on and off the field of play. Remember, next weekend is the big one. 12th, 13th of April. Even at Wembley, in the Virtu Trophy final. Birmingham versus Peterborough. The referees will be wearing our REFspect t-shirts during their warm-ups, even around Premier League grounds. Please, if you go there to a ground and you're early enough, please take that photograph for us and send them into info@don'texttheline.co.uk, please. You can even send them to mal@don'texttheline.com. Anyway, we just need your support, and we need your support more so at next week's games. There could be cup games, regardless. We need you to give that referee extra special attention, please. Make it a special day for your referee. Remember, they're there, they're impartial, they're there to earn a little bit of money, especially the youngsters, to save up, to go away, to buy clothes, to go to concerts. That's what they're doing, they're all saving now. And they need to save, because the way the economy's gone, the way this country's gone is just unbelievable. They need money to survive in the years to come, so you can't knock them as an adult for that, because you want them to earn as much money as they possibly can, because you don't know what's going to be taken away from them in the future. You know, look at the rises that's coming now. We worry, massively we worry now, because this is going to affect a lot more kids playing football due to the adults not being able to afford grassroots football. Everyone's going to suffer. Everyone is going to suffer, and we ask you to go on to this DXTL push for more funding into grassroots football. Please look at it on change.org. Sign the petition. That's all we ask you to do. Sign the petition. Make a difference. Try and put money back in your pocket. This is what we're doing. We're here for you. We're here for the communities. We're here for everyone in grassroots football. We don't want to step on anyone's toes. All we're asking you to do, and we know there's massive egos out there with a lot of coaches. A lot of coaches don't support the work that we do supporting referees. I've had the comments like, you know, respect works both ways. Yes, it does. We understand that. But at the end of the day, when kids are going out and refereeing on football pitches, taking abuse, not just off the parents, off coaches and managers, it's wrong. It's totally wrong. The kids will not come back to grassroots football. Even the senior referees, experienced referees coming into it, you know, okay, you can say, yeah, they're experienced and that's what we want. You want the likes of coaches and managers to say, yeah, pick the ball up and walk away, or yeah, just get on with it, it's only a bit of verbal abuse. That's wrong. What are we teaching our kids? And excuse me if I'm bunged up, but I've had this sore throat and cold for a couple of days, so I'm trying to wear it off and I'm getting frustrated and it's bringing it out of me. And the reason I'm getting frustrated is we've got a massive awareness weekend next week, and some of these coaches and managers can't be bothered to support a referee, can't be bothered to see a campaign do so well. They want to be part and parcel. They're big egos, that's all it is. We're here for everyone, all of you, every kid, every child, every parent, everyone who's involved in grassroots football, and the managers and coaches. We praise them all, and the committees, we praise them. We praise everyone. What harm do we do by going out and portraying a message about respect on and off the field of play? No harm whatsoever. So we need as much support as we possibly can. We need those targets taken away. And what I mean by the targets, the referees. Don't diminish a referee. Don't knock their confidence whatsoever. The youngsters, support them. They are the targets. So we want those targets taken away, and we want you to see that they're not targets, they are humans after all. The kids, the experienced referees, the senior referees, in charge of kids football, the majority kids football. That's all it is. Kids developing skills. Young referees want to develop their skills. We all know that you need some up and coming grassroots referees, kids for the future, kids and footballers for the future. And it's going to harm their confidence if we, as adults, go out there, be irate to them, call them everything, call them cheats, call them everything about they're ruining the game. For the kids, it's not, because the kids are just developing themselves. If that referee makes a mistake, why should you make them? Why should you punish them for making a mistake? I see adults shouting and screaming at young referees. What are you doing in charge of this? You're pathetic. And you hear it and you see it. And we know the authorities are going to act hard, come down hard on them. That's great, that's fantastic. But they shouldn't need to. You should go out there week in, week out and respect them for what they are, what they're trying to do. They're impartial. Leave them at that. Let them referee the game. Shake the hand of the referee, especially next week for the awareness for them. We need to keep our referees within the game. We keep telling every manager out there and coach, it's not worth you going out and chasing a referee from them, away from the game. You know what it's like when they don't turn up and you have to referee a half each and try and run your team. It's so hard. You haven't done your course for one, and it's so hard to try and keep in touch with the kids on the field of play. Two teams, and try and keep everyone reasonably confident that you can do both. It's the hardest thing. You ask a referee to ref and coach a team straight away, they'd find it hard as well, and they'd respect you for the job you do. They don't turn around and start shouting and questioning your decisions, so why should you question their decisions? Your team loses a game, you will not stand up and take the blame. I've never known a coach to stand up and take the blame for the loss because of the way the positioning and the play. They're all the ones who feel that they're so special, that their team should win every week. It's egos, it really is. Grassroots football has gone to big egos. We need to knock that in the head and realise it's about the kids playing football. Yes, we all love to win, we all do, but if you don't, what's the use? Look at the kids who've got years and years ahead of them, loads and loads of games. Put that to them, let them know. And that's all we ask you to do. Whenever you're out and about, support your referee as well as the team. Make a difference. We've been bringing people together since 2003 in the football world, the football community, and we believe that ours, Don't Cross the Line, has been the beating heart of grassroots football for many, many years. We're voluntary, we're a CIC, a community interest company. Everything we do goes back into grassroots football. Everything we do, like of our Hearts of Gold, GoFundMe, goes back into trying to raise awareness for mental health for the kids. We're bringing in kids, we're giving them all a chance, we're giving them a voice, we're giving them the confidence back. We want them to know there's a future ahead of them, and we want to try and support them into that future. Can we do it? Yes, we can, with your support. With your support. Now, yesterday we were on about the FA not sharing our post, not getting involved with us whatsoever. They should recognise a campaign like this for the referees in grassroots football, because, as they say, we are volunteers, and the volunteers, again, are the beating heart of grassroots football. Without the volunteers, there would be no FA. We know that. They wouldn't be able to afford it because at the end of the day, all the work is done by the volunteers for the FA. You know yourself, we need to make sure that the kids enjoy their football and the referees enjoy their football too. It's our responsibility to make a difference towards the coaches, to the referees, everywhere. All of us, adults are the role models, adults, coaches especially, are the role models as well as the parents. We need to make a difference and give these kids, referees, a chance, the kids a chance to play football. It's hard enough as it is to get in a football team, you know, and I see kids getting chased out of a football team because they're not good enough. Where do the egos come from? Where's the money coming from? We're trying to make sure there's a difference here and bring grassroots football. We do it for the kids. That's why we're impartial. We're not an individual team. I've taken those teams away from DXTL because I found, and you know, we were trying to promote REFspect and Don't Cross the Line, but it didn't happen like that. We found out what the egos were in grassroots football and win at all costs. That's what it was. Teams wanting to beat you. I was made up. We won trophies. The two teams won trophies. But you know what? My son and myself realised just what it was like in grassroots football to run a team, and the egos and the win at all costs, and what the drumming in, the coaches drumming in to the kids. That's the problem we have. Really is a big problem in grassroots football. We need to understand that the kids, the coaches are there to develop the kids. Anyone, any kid, any coach can go out there and pick a top player and put them in the team. That doesn't make them a good coach. What makes a good coach is a coach who can go take a child from the street and to develop that child into a footballer or better footballer. No promises about making the Premier League, but your skills can develop a player. But most of the coaches with the big egos haven't got the time for that. They want ready-made footballers to put in the team to win that trophy, to make that team the best. Please tell me why. mal@don'texttheline.com. I think a lot of you know where I'm coming from. A lot of coaches out there have big egos. They really, really do. Are they really in it for the kids? Are they in it for the money, for the future of the club, for the parents? What are they in it for? Because certainly isn't development if they're taking teams left, right and centre, teaming folds, taking the kids, the good players into good teams, taking the teams to make the club bigger. What do you need to make the club bigger for? Concentrate on one team. Where's all this coming from? I can't wait to get managers in to the studio and put their point of view across, because not all managers have big egos. There's some great managers and coaches out there as well. Absolutely are 100% in it to develop the children. They're there for the kids and the parents. You know, and that's what the FA should be recognising. That's what they should be looking into. That really is. There's attitudes that needs to come into it as well. You don't have to look at disciplinary records. Come on. If they announced the disciplinary records and what it was like, week in, week out in the FAs, grassroots football probably would be finished. That would put the bigger picture, it'd explode, it'd be wide open. We just need to know good behaviour deserves rewards. It really, really does. Poor behaviour, that should be recognised as well and be punished. Don't Cross the Line is there for everyone, trying to make a difference, trying to bring the irate parents back down to normal, trying to make them better towards the kids, trying to make them better towards the referees. That's all we're trying to do. We're in it for grassroots football. Don't Cross the Line is here for grassroots football. Not making any money whatsoever about it. We're not professional, like most of them are here, or gonna be. It's like the Premier League now. It really is in grassroots football, and that's the way it's going. That is the way it's going, and I'm looking to do a coaching school clinic very, very soon indeed. Yes, coaches need paying, because the coaches we'll be bringing in will be UEFA A. They'll be elite coaches for the kids. That's what's missing. It really is. So watch this space, and hopefully we might get the FA to start sharing our post. That's all it needs to do. We're not asking you for money. They all back off when you ask them for money. Honestly, they do. Great if we get funding. That's a difference to keep us going. But we go cap in hand, and we approach the lottery funding to try and make a difference, to try and get us going. That's what we're all about. Independent, just walking around week in, week out. And I have a job as well. I'm a support worker. So you can understand what I do. I do as much as I can for the kids, and our volunteers do as well. So that's what we're all about. Don't cross the line. So there you go. Again, we'll hold the poster up. Next week, please get involved. We're here for you. We're not against you. We want to make a difference. Keep our referees within the game. Keep them motivated. Keep them with their confidence. Build the confidence. Make them better referees. You're not going to make them better referees if you're starting to shout verbal abuse and show aggressive behaviour from the sidelines. That's going to frighten them away. Let's make them better like you can with your youngsters as well. Let's develop all of them together, and let's bring everyone together once again into grassroots football, making a difference for your team, for your club, for the committees, because the committees, pat on the back, they have to deal with a lot week in, week out. If that was all taken away and there was no animosity in the games, their job would be a lot easier as well. Thanks to the committees who put the games on, because you can start with them. If they didn't put the games on in the first place, there'd be no football. Then you got your managers and coaches, you have to thank them, because without them there'd be no teams to go into the league. Then you got your referees, you have to thank them. But again, without your managers and coaches bringing in the teams, you wouldn't need the referees, you wouldn't need the leagues. It's a massive circle. We all need to work together. We all need to join it together and work as one, and come together as one, and realise, do you know what? Verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour get you nowhere. Supportive behaviour and positive behaviour can get you everywhere, especially for the kids as well. Our society, the kids are going through a lot. Let's make it different. You know, because if parents are now struggling with the economy and the bills, the rising bills, you'll see that in a couple of months' time. When the new season kicks back off, it's getting worse and worse. Let's just bring everyone together and let's try and help each other. And let's put all the big egos away, and let's get the friendship going as well. REFspect, next week, 12th, 13th. See what you can do to make that referee feel extra special on the day. And at the end of the game, all you need to do is say, thanks ref. That's all we're asking for. Let's get the REFspect going. Put in your diary, tell all your kids, get them involved in that little competition. It makes a difference on and off the field of play. But in the meantime, enjoy your games as well, because that's what it's all about. Smile on your face makes a difference. And with the sunny weather, that makes a difference as well. We know when the poor weather comes in, it's a little bit upsetting. But put a smile on your face, encourage the kids to play, and encourage the referees just by saying, thanks ref. Once again, thanks very much for tuning into the Grassroots Show. Remember, next week, 12th, 13th of April, REFspect Awareness Weekend. What social media will be bombarding it left, right and centre this week. And let's hope governing bodies can actually support the work that we're doing, along with a couple of Premier League clubs. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Friday evening with our young commentators. Have a great week. Cheerio for now.